It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Justin Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Bulldogs about to kick it away and get this season started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Working that left side down. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. Creates a little space. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Might be changing the route. Direct snap. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing third and long. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Backed up in their own end. Don't hold the ball too long. Quick strike complete. Turning it on. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. A chunk play for the offense. So much for being backed up. Now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
Looking to fire. Hubs it downfield. Working that left side. Turning on the Jets. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Lets it go. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. give to the back. He breaks a tackle. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Going to take a shot. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established, but I think the defense is aware of that.
And the catch into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Extra point here will tie the game. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reason. You've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Ben. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
The give. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Here's the snap, looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Crosses the 30. At the 45 on its way. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man on the right. At the 35, he's loose. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. This time he's got it. Got enough space. Touchdown Bulldogs. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Under fire. He's got it on the outside. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Pocket breaking down. He got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Leaves it with the back. Hard running there.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but in the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
The play action fake. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. Under fire. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Battle. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree with Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play, and that's why you put your athletes there.
Made a defender miss. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown Bulldogs. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play. And I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though. This guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue.
There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And they save the touchdown, getting him out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. He'll be out of bounds at the 36-yard line after a solid return. Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Going to swing it on second down. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Dumps it to the back. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on third and long from the 22. offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Just keeps slinging it. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on fourth. Mississippi State rings the cowbell in the red zone. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Got it! Touchdown, Mississippi State. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Here comes the Texas offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Quarterback may change this route. Zings it complete to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab on the left. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
And the Longhorns are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. Lets it fly. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's got the back in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Lets it fly. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. The offense changing the play. Snap to the back. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Back has it. He's into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and they vault on top by 1 here in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's battle. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And this defense is all over the quick game right now. They're up in possession, and they are tackling and they're pursuing the football. Nice play on that one.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Here's a throw downfield late. He's got it down the left. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. That is a jolt of energy for the offense to get out of trouble in field position, and now all kinds of room to work. Nice move there. At the 20, he's got space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
The Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to the ground with the running back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Rush is on him. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. And some room to work. Oh, he's got some space. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're